Hi, Cancer, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and today we're doing July tarot readings. I've got the Light Seers tarot deck here, and just a quick reminder, these are general readings for a general audience, so it's not quite the same as doing a one-to-one reading. It might really resonate with you this month, or there might just be a nugget or two that inspires you. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I invite you to check out the readings for all of those placements for a fuller picture. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck for you, and I like to fast forward the video over the shuffling. So I will meet you on the other side of the shuffle for your reading. Okay, Cancer, let's take a look at the themes, events, and advice for July. Okay, so we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So there's a lot going on in your practical life or job, career, home resources, home base. Pentacles tend to deal with, those money matters, security, job, career, that sort of thing. Pages tend to show up as messages or messengers. So we may be starting out with a invitation to a job interview for anyone who's looking for work, or it could be an invitation from your supervisor for a conversation about the position. Maybe you're being offered a particular a new project or a new position. It could be a promotion, it could be a lateral move, you could be taking on more responsibilities. I am seeing, a lot of merges and downsizing. A lot of us are taking on kind of extra responsibilities. So it could be something along those lines. There is kind of, in this reading, there's kind of more evidence of, more responsibility rather than big shifts or big news or big promotions. I hate to say that, but I'd rather be honest. It does look like more kind of slow growing energy, and we'll get into that as we move along. So it does look for some of you more like you're taking on responsibility. It could be the kind of a thing too where you have that conversation about, performance review kind of conversation, and maybe you get added responsibilities, and with that could come some kind of bonus or a bump in pay, but it does look like it might be a smaller increase. The Seven of Pentacles does look like it tends to be increases or gains, but smaller, slow growing increases. It is positive, but it isn't like a sudden, like, increase. It isn't a huge bump. It's slower growing. So it's and it is something that you typically have to nurture for longer than you were hoping to. So it could be advancement, but not quite as quick, or not quite the bump that you were hoping for. And we do see this kind of echoed again here in the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is often a kind of collaborative effort. The central character is this fellow at the top. Let's see if we can get it in focus for you. So I have to kind of get these other folks out of the way. Oh man, I haven't quite mastered getting like There we go. Okay. So you can see the central character is kind of the guy at the top, right? And at the top. And so the fact that he's at the top is telling us he is in the position of authority. He is the leader. It's a collaborative effort, but he would be like the supervisor. And because he's the central character, there's the indication here that that would be your role. You might be taking on a new team. You might be taking on employees if you're more of an entrepreneur, or you might be collaborating with people under you. You might be taking on a director role, depending on kind of your industry or your interests or your project. But in any case, there is this sense in all these pentacles here that your job or your career or your interests, you're receiving a sort of a bump or an increase or a promotion, not as quickly or not as great as you had hoped, but there is recognition for you. There is recognition of your skills, certainly your leadership skills. There is a bump in pay that will lead to more, or some sort of increase that is leading to more. Now, if you're someone who isn't working, again, there is this sense of this could be some sort of a financial portfolio, some news of maybe an inheritance or an increase or something like that. And it doesn't feel, it maybe wasn't what you had expected, but it is enough to bring to your financial manager or whatever it is, and you can start building some sort of whatever your investments are, or use it to make some sort of conservative. I'm not a financial planner. I am not the person to give you professional financial advice. Please, like I said, consult your financial planner for financial advice. But there's some sort of gains to be made here, slow, conservative gains, but certainly gains nonetheless, that bring you to a place of kind of more confidence, and more in a better position than you were before. For students, this would be the same kind of a thing. This could be a project, or you could get an internship or something. Maybe it's not a paid internship, but for some reason you gain some skills, you gain some connections, and you are put in charge of a project that might look really good on your internship, or go towards some sort of school credit that really helps you in the next phase of your education. Let me also say, for those of you who are not students, who are not juggling an inheritance or financial planning in that way, for those of you who don't work in offices and aren't conventionally employed like that, if you're, say, like an entrepreneur or a gig worker or a freelancer, this could be the same sort of situation where you get a call for a collaboration, or you get a call from a client or something like that, to do some work, or to collaborate or something like that. It might be a smaller project, or it might be a project where you're one of many collaborators. But the project allows you to network, or it does, for some reason, the connections, kind of expand your reach. So you can use it to enhance your social media, like followers, which, lead to more sales or whatever it is that sort of fits your industry or your business or your freelance work. And again, it puts you in a better, healthier position at the end. Somehow you end more in control or more in charge, with more business. Maybe you have to hire employees, something like that. So I think you get the idea of all these pentacles. This is a really sort of practical, job heavy, money heavy, kind of security heavy reading, right? It's you know, three quarters of this reading is pentacles. So so there's that. But then we've got this guy, the King of Swords. Now, it's interesting because the King of Swords can sometimes refer to a lawyer or an agent. So I think for some of you, this might actually be a money manager or an agent, someone who helps you with contracts. So, whatever this stuff is, this could be someone who is helping you rewrite or renegotiate a contract because your business has increased or because you got a new job. He could be someone who, like in my other life, I have a job where I need an agent who submits me for work. So it could be that sort of thing. He could be someone who submits you for work and makes sure that the contracts sort of match, are fair for what you're doing. It could be that sort of a thing. Or he could be someone who offers you the contract, like an employer. It could be that. He could be straight up a lawyer who is going to bat for you for maybe some sort of employment issue. It could be someone who, like, if you need to expand your business as an entrepreneur, if you are, getting a storefront for the first time or something like that. He could be some sort of an agent that helps you with that piece. But the King of Swords is typically a person, and again, this fellow doesn't have to be a fellow, male or female or anything in between. This would be a person who is sharp, who has an economy of language, who gets right to the heart of the matter, who would be great at speaking on your behalf, for mediating, for going to bat for you in court, for negotiating contracts. This could be a mentor. This could be a father figure or a mother figure, but someone who is smart, who has good advice, someone who is looking out for your best interest, but isn't like the mushy, emotional type. This is someone who is wise, but uses their words, not so much like hugs, if that makes any sense. It's like a lawyer type, or a judge, a litigator, a social media expert. This is a great communicator, and might even be a little bit eclectic or seem distant or aloof. This person is on your side. And I would say, for those of you who are curious, this could be a partner, but most of the cards in this reading are more about business or practical matters. This really isn't a relationship-y reading, so I apologize, but this does seem to be more about business and practical matters. So I would interpret this character as someone who is going to bat or somehow related to these practical matters, somehow related to your career or your security, your financial matters, or some sort of housing situation. So just to recap, the Page of Pentacles is a message or a messenger with an invitation to something about your career or work or financial security. So it would be like an invitation to a job interview, a performance review, a promotion, an invitation to collaborate. It could be news of an inheritance or a financial increase of some kind, of banking notice. I am not an expert on financial matters, so you would have to know how that would imply. If that applies to you, you would know what that is. But whatever this is referring to, It is in it, it is an area of growth and gains, but slow growth. So for a promotion, it would be a small promotion that then leads to a series of more over time. Same with an inheritance or whatever. This is referring to its gains, but small gains and growth over time. It does eventually put you in more of a leadership and a more of a prominent position and recognition, probably with some sort of a team or some sort of acknowledgement and in a better position. And there is likely to be someone going to bat for you, or you may need to hire someone like a lawyer or a litigator or someone to look over contracts for you, or there might be some sort of contract involved in this. But it's very positive. It's kind of like next level stuff. So even though it sounds kind of finicky, this is, this is next level stuff. Like you're moving up in the world, Cancer. I hope you love that. I hope that's inspiring and good news for you. Yeah, I'd take it. In any case, thank you so much for stopping by, Cancer. Have a wonderful July. Take good care of yourself. And until next time, bye for now.